Good morning. We are here at Olali State Park, and today we are going to do Mountain Washington. Actually, it's just east of North Bend, and this is a pretty hard hike apparently. So it's about a 8 to 9 mile hike with about 3,200 foot of elevation. So we are starting to see some growth already, but apparently it's an interesting hike. So we'll see how that goes. So let's start this journey. It'll take about a 4 hour total time out and back. So let's enjoy this journey together. Let's go. Okay, wow. Immediately, we're already at an incline about 15%, 15-20% incline. So that's pretty quick. It's an immediate workout right from the start. So I think the first 2 miles is where most of the incline is located. But yeah, good thing I had a good breakfast. So let's go see how fun and exciting this hike is. Let's go. Okay, so that short incline I'm just showing you was short-lived. That's until we got to this forestry road that we have to hike for a little bit here, and then the actual trailhead starts. So that's what I'm trying to show you. So it's a trail, service road, and then trail heading up the summit of Mount Washington. Well, let's go. Fun. Okay, so we're at the trailhead here. This isn't really marked actually, so you have to pay attention to the map here. And you can see this little trail that starts right from the road. We walk down from there. This is a trail, and this is the rest of the John Rain Trail, which a lot of runners tend to run on. So here we go. Let's start. It's already looks pretty rugged as is. Let's go. Okay, so this is our first down tree. Kind of diagonal, uneventful, but just wanted to show you little obstacles along the way. Oh, it is all uphill. I think from mile 1 to mile 2 has the most elevation gain, about 900 feet for that mile segment. So yeah, here's a second down tree. Wow, it is very rocky. Okay, I need to focus here, so we'll stay tuned. Okay, we're about 0.7 miles in, so yep, it's still rocky. Yeah, uneventful. It's pretty much the same thing. So, I want another switchback here, a mile switchback, but this area here is actually called Amazonia. I'm not really sure why it's called that. I hear there's a lot of rock climbing going around in this area, so could be that. I'm not really sure, but it's definitely an interesting rock formation. I think there's another one just a quarter mile up, so we'll take a shot of that in a little bit once we get there. But, here it is. Oops, these rocks. Beautiful. Okay, here we're at another next rock formation. It is actually called Club Paradise, apparently. I don't know why. Yeah, it could be a rock climbing adventure here, but I'm not a rock climber, so I stick to the trails. Not the rock climbing type. I don't have the physique for it. Oh, actually, it is rock. Look at all those hooks up there. So it looks like it is. So this is actually actual cave apparently that's here. people are climbing that. So. Oh, interesting. Let's continue. Okay. Over here. Looking back. There you go. That's what it looks like. The cave. With all those mountaineering climbing hooks. Can you see nailed to the rock there on the side? Interesting. That's the trail we just came up. Yeah. Okay. Here's a little quick check-in here. So we're at just over a mile in, and that gave about 860 foot of elevation gain just in that first mile or so. So we're on the second mile segment from mile 1 to mile 2. Apparently it's gonna be equivalent or maybe a little more. So let's see how that goes. Well, not too bad from a trail perspective, but it is pretty rocky, so it makes it a little harder because every step is like a little mini slip when you step on these rocks. So a little extra effort. I'm already huffing and puffing, so I'm 57 years old, so give me a break, okay? I'm doing pretty good. I'm at like a 25-minute mile pace, so overall so good, so far so good. Who's Bob? Bob Salal Point. I don't know what that is. At the bottom one, Mount Washington. That is where we're planning to go on this trail, and we're about 2 miles in exactly. So it's right by Owl Hike Point, I think. That's where the rock formation behind me is. So well, actually we're doing a descending here a little bit, and I think we're going to traverse back up, and I can see between the trees. This video probably won't show that, but I can see that peak up there. So we're gonna go down a little bit, go across the ravine onto the other side, and another trail back up to the top. So making good progress. So this is it. Wow, look at that. I'll take a quick look here. I'm stopping here. Wow, look at that. Right at the rock, bottom of the rock face here. Lots of rocks. Lots of rocks. Okay, that's the trail behind me. You can see how flat it is. So here we go. I'm panning around here. There's a ravine down there. And here we go. Let's continue. Yes, more rocks. Oh joy. Just take your time, take your time. Okay, I think this is the overgrowth part that people were mentioning. Yeah, it's definitely not maintained. Probably because it's not heavily trafficked and not overly maintained, but doable. That's not too bad actually. So you can at least see the trail still. I've seen worse that are totally packed and you can barely see the ground. But also be careful about ticks. Ticks love to hide on these broadleaf plants, so that's why I wore a long sleeve. Ouch. Just in case. so I can see the ticks, I can squish them. Okay, we're at the first trail junction here. With no label, so we're actually, you can go left or right. That's right there. We are going to go left for the All Trails map. So we'll go up there and there's another junction that will turn right and then follow the rest of the trail up to the summit. Here we go. So far not too bad up here. So you do this trail here, this is the second junction. Kind of hard to see. You'll tend to go left here, but that's actually more of a bike path, so to speak, I guess. But we're gonna go right here. This is the actual trail, so it's not really marked. So you gotta be very, very careful, but there's actually a little signage back here. It's hard to see, but this is Mount Washington. So that's the trail we're gonna follow on up. Well, let's go. That should be it as far as junctions go. So now it's just pretty much following the trail up. There's a few more switchbacks, some ups and downs, and go from there. Oh good, there's actually a cattle fence here too, so you don't see it too often this high up in the trail system. So normally you see it at the trailhead to avoid any type of motorcyclists or ATVs trying to traverse here and make it a little difficult. So as a hiker, you have to kind of weave in and out through this here and continue on. All right, we got a couple more switchback, one more coming up really quickly here, another one right after that. So let's continue. It's uneventful, just a normal hiking path, rocky hiking path. So let's continue. Well, it was very peaceful though, I have to admit. We're about 1 hour and 50 minutes in from start the hike. So that includes stop time, recording time, and everything else in between. So we're at 3.5 miles in. So probably another 3/4 mile, maybe just under a mile left. And probably maybe like another 700 feet of elevation gain to go. So let's go. Okay, getting pretty close to the summit, less than half a mile up to go. And whoa, look at this. Here's an actual switchback that I guess we can kind of sort of see. Let me see, get a better view here. Got like, whew, Mount Tenerife up there and Mount Si over there, sort of behind these trees. Oh, it's pretty hazy from all the forest fires going on right now in eastern Washington. Kind of blowing over here and kind of getting trapped on the mountains. So here we go. But this place here is really smoke free, which is good. So breathing is good. So anyway, as we make our final ascent, a couple more switchbacks, short switchbacks, but we should be up to the top pretty soon. But this is a really good hike. So it is actually a hard hike. Not strenuous, but a hard hike. So we kind of rate this easy, moderate, hard, and difficult. Difficult / strenuous. This is definitely a hard hike. It's long. It'll be over 4 miles long. And you have a constant incline going up. So, and very rocky, very overgrowth. So, I mean, it's not overly technical. You just gotta have endurance and stamina to continue walking. So we're about just over 2 hours in non-stop. So I'm doing at about 2.5 miles per mile pace. So it's pretty tiring. Okay, so kind of good news. We're about 3 shorter switchbacks coming up here. But good news is that no more rocks. It's actually a dirt path, but unfortunately it's steep because we got about 400 feet of elevation to go in about less than half a mile. So that's why it's kind of steep here, but at least no rocks. It's dirt path, which is much easier on your feet and ankles. Great news, we're almost there. We're coming up in the last switchback, and maybe another 100 yards straight up to the summit. So, ooh, one tree out here. Actually, I have to straddle over. Okay, there we go. Okay, as you can see, we're seeing more sky because we're approaching the summit. No more trees to cover us. So, here we go. Wow. Okay. Here's a quick glance here. Actually, let me go back over here. That's right there in the dead center is Mount Rainier, behind all those clouds of smoke, haze. Bummer. This is wildfire season, so it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Every fall, summer, fall fires. So anyway, here it is, the last stretch up to the top, and we're calling it good. So we're almost there. I'll celebrate when I get up there. Okay, here is the summit. Kind of uneventful. I think the fall summit I saw just prior to here, 100 feet down, seems to have a better view. So Mount Rainier, but we're actually at the summit here, the highest point. As you can see, down there is North Bend. Mount Si over there is I-90 down there at the bottom. Interesting. And to go down here, here's a radio repeater tower, looks like. Let's kind of traverse down here a little bit, check it out. Nope, that's it, uneventful. But the views are pretty good. Anyway, but this is North Bend, Mount Si, Mount Tanaref, and there's a few other mountains I don't know the names of. But yeah, there's a quarry down there. There's a lot more trails down there in the Middle Fork area. So, but yeah, that's it. So not a whole lot uneventful. So we'll have some snacks here and I can celebrate and head on back down and call it good. But aside from that, we made it. We did it. Thank you for joining me on this journey here. It was a pretty hard hike, but it was quite fun talking to myself through you. So aside from that, I'm joyful. There's no bugs or anything like that. So but yeah, take a little break. I'm ready to head back down. And just from statistics perspective, 2.5 hours up here, 3,193 feet of elevation gain, and 4.42 miles up here from the parking lot. So but yeah, that's it. Actually, we're at an elevation of 4,417 feet right now. So that's where the elevation of the summit is. But again, the elevation gain is 3,193, about 3,200 feet, which is what it was spec'd for. So aside from that, we are good. See you on my next hike. Thanks.